Hey, what's going on, guys? Spirit of Halloween here, and today I'm going to do a review on the animated popping goblin from Spirit of Halloween 2012. So before I get into this review, I just want to say, this time instead of having you guys pick random props that I might not have, I'm going to be selecting 3 animatronics in my collection to put up in the description. I'm sorry, I'm so tired, I can't think, but I'm going to be putting them up in the description so you guys can choose. It'll be 3 animatronics I have not reviewed or demoed or anything like that. Also, thank you so much to the person that recommended I do this review. Without him, this review would not be a thing. I'll put his name in the description, the channel name or whatever, so you guys can go check him out. So, I believe that's all I have to say. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the review. So this is the Popping Goblin from Spirit Halloween 2012. There's the face, and here's the pumpkin. He's quite dusty. I have him sitting in a corner. He gets very dusty. So pretty much, I got this animatronic last year at the Spirit store. They had him for sale for about $30 because he wasn't working halfway. And I got him the day after Halloween for about $13. And I got a pretty good deal on him, and he came with the original box, and he did come with an adapter. At least I threw an adapter in the box. And so that's kind of what became of him and why I have him. If they didn't have him, I wouldn't have bought him. The functionality of this guy is pretty basic. Pretty much all he does is, well, it's very complex, but it's very basic in what he does. Pretty much what he does is, when he's activated via the motion sensor or the sound sensor or a foot pad or try me button, if they have try me buttons that are in the plug jack thing, the pumpkin lights up when you plug it in, but the pumpkin will start flashing the LEDs in the pumpkin, and the pumpkin will light up. He will come out slowly behind, he'll come out kind of like this. There's a little pulley thing that when he comes out, it knocks the gear out of the set, and the spring is able to freely pop him up or have him pop up. And then he'll come forward a little bit to reset the gear to its normal position. While his eyes and the pumpkin LED right there is lighting up his face, which is a pretty cool feature. You normally don't see that with props. Normally the thing you see is their eyes light up or something like that, but this is a pretty good thing right here. A pretty good prop, and it's actually a little bit more advanced than the Pop-Up Zombie by Techie Toys or the Pop-Up Werewolf or the original Pop-Up Zombie, so that's pretty cool. The quality on this animatronic is really lackluster, and it could actually be improved a little bit. I'll tell you guys a little bit about what happened. So pretty much when I got this guy, and I do apologize for the camera angle, but when I got this guy, he was half broken, meaning the motor that pulls him in and out of this track wasn't working, and the pumpkin LEDs weren't lighting up. The things that were working, though, was the retracting motor, all this stuff right here, the foot pad jack, the adapter, and all that. The speaker, the pumpkin LED right there, and the eyeballs, and pretty much everything else. But it's pretty much the only 2 things that weren't working was the retracting motor and the releasing motor. So that's how I got him for so cheap. But everything there are some good quality metal parts on here. Like this support bar is metal. The goblin has a nice metal frame with metal posable arms. The head and hands are plastic, and it's a nice hard plastic, although I wouldn't recommend you leave it out in the sun because we all know what happens when that happens. The fabric is stitched together, and you can actually remove it to expose him in there. He has pretty good nuts and bolts holding him together up top of his head, but everything else is just kind of cheap plastic. The gears are really cheap and they break really easy. He has a very big habit of frying out, and I've even heard on jogging videos that he has a tendency to start smoking, which is pretty surprising. I've never heard of an animatronic do that before from Spirit, but I guess there's a first for everything. Am I right? And the pumpkin is made out of blow molded plastic, it looks like, and the sorry, the plastic frame is plastic, and it's a black cheap plastic. The company that makes him, for those of you who are not aware, and I've heard a lot of mixed stories around him. I've heard that he's made by YJ and he's heard by all these other companies, but he's actually really made by Easewell Management. And sorry for the awkward camera angle again, but it actually says it right there on the box. EW stands for Easewell Poppin' Goblin. So Easewell Management makes this stuff. They are nonetheless a third-party company, and they're not actually all that great. They did make the Cemetery Angel, and they did make the Talking Churbs, and those props are pretty good. So maybe they did make some good quality stuff. The detail on this animatronic is really good. There's a lot of good present detail. His face looks really good. Whoever did the mask and everything, although it does kind of seem like his hair is sewn on, but that's not the case. But the hands and the face and the pumpkin has really good detail, and the stem and everything. It's all really, really well detailed in the clothing. So this guy has pretty good detail. Alright, so I think I pretty much covered everything on this animatronic. If I haven't, let me know what I missed. So if I were to give this guy a rating, I would rate him at a 3 out of 5 tombstones, because first of all, the quality on this guy is not really all that great, even though there is some metal parts and it's not too bad a quality, but the gears are crappy and they break, so the quality could be improved. The motors in here are really garbagey, and the circuit board is kind of garbage too. It has a tendency of burning out, and we don't want that with our props. And the fact that they just cheap, pretty much. This prop is pretty good, and it looks really cool and everything, and I'm giving it 3 stars, and that might be a bit of a harsh rating, but you know, when I buy this stuff used, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of people in the comments saying I bought it for $13 and I shouldn't be upset, but you know, stuff like this shouldn't just break. And actually, the motor that makes him go in, like makes him go down or track back into the pumpkin vertically, actually stopped working very recently, and I haven't been able to fix it, and I haven't really wanted to try to fix it because honestly, it's just gonna burn out again, and the circuit probably burnt out already. So basically what he does is light up and makes noise. So if you guys want to see a demo of this animatronic, we'll demo it probably tomorrow. And this video is actually being filmed on Friday night, because I don't feel like doing this tomorrow, so I'm just doing it tonight to get it out of the way. Would I recommend this animatronic? I guess if you really wanted this guy really badly, I guess you could probably find one on eBay. If you do find one on eBay used, I would not recommend paying more than $50. If it's brand new, maybe 70, but I wouldn't go over 100, because it's a really faulty prop. Even if it works for you, or even if you buy one it works for yours, still it's a very faulty prop, and the chances of that happening are very slim. We all know that with these third-party companies, that they just don't make things that last. Alright, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if it was a bit boring or cliche that I just threw it together, but I'm really tired and I just really wanted to get this done today, and I'm probably going to be sleeping in tomorrow, so I didn't want to have to wake up and get this review done. It's probably going to be hot and I'm going to have stuff I need to do, so. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe. And like I said, I'll be posting 3 animatronics in the comment section below, and the animatronic that you guys pick are posting 3 names of the animatronics that I actually have, that I'm not making up. And the one that you guys pick or want me to review the most, that will be the one I do. I will do the full thing. I'll do the review, the demo. If there's a setup, I'll do the setup and all that. So, and thank you so much to that YouTuber that his name escapes me currently because it's really late. But hope you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you.